Yo guys, this is Drunken Invasion, aka Wookie. Join the Drunken Invasion Guild and the Discord. The link's down in the description down below. Right there, right there. You see that? See that button right there? Click it. Join the and click the link. And also, if you want to watch more of me, the amazing Drunken Invasion, my Twitch channel is also down below. And that's also in the description down below. Right there. I told you. Right there. Down there.
Subaru, I didn't mention this earlier, but if Julius and I charge into the church, we could likely resolve it then and there. Naturally, the opponent would likely resist. However, we should have the power to suppress them. Then
you could resolve it without any casualties on our side? Isn't there a chance of them killing you?
No.
Whoa!
I am not only saying this because I am talking to a friend. I would not lose. That's why I can make this suggestion.
But that only goes for your body. What about injury to your heart?
Wounds can heal.
Does that make it okay to get hurt? Not for me. My imagination's good enough for stuff like that. So no thanks. If I'm going to do something, I want to win. And aim for a perfect victory while I'm at it. If I've got cheat codes, why not use them? I don't want a hard fight or suffering. I think it's best if I can just skip through and clear it. So don't try to go and get yourself hurt. There's nothing but pain in that.
I see. I understand. If you can make my job easier, I would be happy to get on board. To tell the truth, this sword at my hip is unexpectedly heavy.
I'm sure. Of course a big sword like that wouldn't be light.
Yes, that's right. It's exactly as you say.
Formidable people.
Did you say something?
No, it's just that you guys seem troublesome once the royal selection starts.
That's rather hasty. However, yes, that's right. I promise to fulfill the role of worthy opponent. You are going to learn to hate my tenacity.
I don't want to promise like that!
Mr. Natsuki!
Is that?
Over here! I'm over here!
Oh, there he is. And right on time.
No, actually, you're very late, Mr. Natsuki. How long did you intend to make me wait in this cold?
For now, I'll just say sorry.
For now? You definitely don't mean it at all, do you?
Subaru? Who is he?
Ah, this guy's Otto. As you can see, he's a traitor with bad luck.
You're saying I look like I have bad luck? No, I'm sorry. I got too carried away. You're... Red hair, blue eyes, and a sword at your hip? Could you be...
Oh, you know him? Well, you are a merchant, so I guess you would be well informed.
Are you an idiot? It's less common not to know someone so famous. The Sword Saint. He's the Sword Saint Reinhard, right?
Indeed. I am the currently appointed Sword Saint, Reinhard van Estrella. However, if you're a friend of Subaru, I'd prefer it if you keep it casual and call me Reinhard.
hard to be casual when I'm this worked up.
Well, just get used to it over time. I have something I need you guys to do.
Yes, you're right. I'll take my time and... Huh? Me and Mr. Reinhard?
Could this be the opportunity for me to regain my honor you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, exactly it. Wait, did I not tell you, Otto?
You didn't tell me anything! I only came here because I was told there was something even more lucrative for me than the oil buyout.
It may be a bit forward of me to say this when we only just met, but it seems you're far too kind, Otto. You should put yourself first more.
You being here is the reason I'm so flustered right now.
Ugh, stop making such a fuss. Just quietly accept your fate.
That sounds like something a villain would say. I heard a slave trader say that before.
While that's an interesting story, we should prioritize the required story here. So, Subaru, what do I need to do with him?
Yeah, to explain that, I actually have one more guest. He should be coming soon.
Are you looking for me?
Ah! A monster!
What's with this youngster? Treating me like I'm some ghost. How rude.
Anyone would react like that if a giant suddenly appeared out of a back alley.
Mr. Ram, did Subaru make an appointment with you too?
Oh, it's Reinhard. I didn't think it would actually be you, but you can definitely get the job done. You sure are good at giving work to other people, kid.
I think that's about 90% of my strength as a person.
That's a sad ratio.
Shut up. I'm at peace with it. More importantly, Old Man Ram, did you figure out what I asked for?
Don't rush me. I had to go around a lot of old contacts, so I'm exhausted. Good grief. Don't work an old man so hard.
Okay. I'll give you my best shoulder rub later. So, could you tell us the story?
About the aftermath of Faradar? It seems like our thinking was correct. As expected, they weren't wiped out. They were probably taken somewhere. This just happens to be a coincidence too, but...
But what?
Despite Faradar being destroyed years ago, within the last year, several Evil Eyes were put on the market.
Wait a second. Evil Eyes on the market? You mean...
The Evil Eye tribe's powers lie in their evil eyes. For those who believe that, there are times when only the eyes themselves have value.
What was the source of the Evil Eyes?
You're a lucky guy, youngster. One of my acquaintances just happened to be involved in the Evil Eye trade. I have an idea where it is.
What kind of connection is that?
If you want my information, don't ask questions like that.
All right, I got it. Reinhard, Otto, thanks to Old Man Ram, we found the source of our future worries. I want to leave it to you guys. Is that all right?
Of course I don't mind. From what I heard, their acts are inhumane. I cannot stand by silently.
I don't know too much about these things, but is this one of those now that you know type deals?
Nice joke.
This definitely isn't a laughing matter, is it? But I understand. As Reinhard said, I may be a cold-blooded merchant, but I still know there are some lines that shouldn't be crossed.
Cold-blooded? Who are you talking about?
Didn't you hear me clearly refer to myself?
Be at ease. I was listening. Otto, having you as a companion is reassuring.
I see. That's good.
This guy's easy to please.
If Reinhardt and this youngster are going, I'll go as well. While I have no acquaintances from the Evil Eye tribe, if fellow demi-humans are suffering, I can't leave it be.
Okay, Roger. Then I'll leave the Faradar Evil Eye tribe to you three.
Yeah, leave it to us.
There's no turning back. We're all sharing the same lot now. Let's make this go well and secure a better future.
All right, good spirit. Reinhardt, I'm counting on you. You guys really are the last hope.
Understood. Subaru, you be careful too.
Yeah, hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, I can write it down.
Hey, working hard as usual, huh?
Welcome! Oh, it's just you. Don't you get tired coming here every day?
You call that customer service? You need to greet your patrons with a smile, or you're gonna lose your business.
I do appreciate your business, but you shouldn't act so high and mighty just because you buy a couple apples every day. Or are you here to have those two pretty ladies help watch over the shop like yesterday?
I'm sorry. Watching over your stall was fun, and while I'd like to do it again, we have prior engagements to tend to today, so we are unable to do so. Our apologies.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I was just kidding around. Damn, makes me uncomfortable when you respond so seriously.
Just think of it as punishment for trying to take advantage of two innocent, pretty girls.
Jeez, you're really going off on me, huh? So, what do you want today?
Honestly, nothing much.
If you're just wasting my time, get out of here!
Hold on, man. I understand why you'd say that, but bear with me a bit. It's been about a week since I came to the Royal Cabin. I show up here every day, so it doesn't feel right unless I see you at least once.
Now you're creeping me out.
That just shows how much he likes you. Subaru, the shopkeeper helped you the other time, right? Is that why you started to like him?
I regret being nice to stray dogs now.
Take responsibility!
Oh, you're so annoying. Fine, if that's all you're here for, look at my face all you want. And buy an apple while you're at it. You can at least take that with you, right?
Well, I came all the way here, so I should at least do that. Now then...
Wow, the apple is bright red and looks delicious. Is that for me?
Yeah, I put my heart into that apple. That's why it's bright red.
What are you going on about now? But thank you. I'll hang it up for decoration.
You're supposed to eat it!
Well then, Subaru. Now that you are done with your daily routine, are you ready?
Yeah, we're good to go. When you've got a good flow going, you want to keep up the same ritual, you know?
Ritual. I don't know about that, but you did talk about it a lot with everyone. Yes, let's make sure it's a success.
Yeah, it must. I will. Maybe.
You're gradually losing confidence.
I'm just kidding. Really. Let's do this!
All right, let's get started. Ready?
Yeah!
Why are you taking the lead again?
I knew I was different ever since I was a child. It's not that I was special or good at anything. I felt alien or just unusual. That I was different from normal people. But I didn't mind, because the world was kind and it was very easy to live in. Everyone treated me well and always listened to my wishes. They all worked so hard for me. So how could I hate my environment? Why would I think that it's painful? My younger self didn't understand that. That's why I decided to accept all the kindness in the world and only gather the prettiest things to cherish them. I will only pick out the best parts. I walked over that thin ice, thinking nothing of it, laughing innocently. Faradar, my birthplace. The land where my family and clan lives. The Evil Eye tribe was banished from various lands because of their special powers and appearance that made them different from others. Faradar was the promised land of our Evil Eye tribe, the utopia that our ancestors found for us. In times of emergency, the Evil Eye tribe will answer to the summons of the country. That was the condition to stay in Faradar. Thus, there was a need to find those who had especially powerful evil eyes to answer to that call. Once every few years, the children of the Evil Eye tribe took an exam to test the strength of their evil eyes. The evil eyes varied in power, so it was necessary to determine their individual abilities. Those with powerful evil eyes were to await the call to action. That was the law of the Evil Eye tribe. My brother and I were no exception. That's why... So many people lying over the grassy plains. I was shaken violently while I watched. I didn't understand what was happening. All the adults and children alike were collapsed on the ground. I quietly watched as their faces turned bright red and they bumped into each other and fell. Why? That question cycled through my mind. I was overwhelmed by my emotions, but I knew, deep down, this is what I caused. My mistake. My sin that I must bear. My evil eye. The evil eye of calamity. Indoctrination. That is the power of my evil eye. It is a rare power, and it had not appeared for hundreds of years. I was taught that it was dangerous, powerful, and that it can bring misfortune to many people.
They say someone with the same evil eye as you existed hundreds of years ago. If I can learn more from the adults, it might help you.
My brother who came to see me researched it for my sake. He was told never to visit me, but he managed to slip past the adults all the time. Since the day of the exam of my evil eye, I was imprisoned in a shack far away from the village. I understand that they had no choice. No one died, but they very well could have. All because of my evil eye of indoctrination. During the exam, I didn't know the powers of my own evil eye. The voices urging me on started to scare me. I felt so afraid. So I made a wish. I'm scared, so stop rushing me. I think that was the wish I made. By the time I realized it, everyone around me started to hurt each other until they collapsed. They were no longer able to make noise. The people I touched did all of my bidding. The power of the evil eye was terrifying. Until I learned of the power of the evil eye, my world was kind and gentle. But that world changed instantly. Everyone everyone was kind to me only because they were deceived by my evil eye. The world was not kind. Everyone was afraid of me, so this was the perfect place for me.
Don't be dumb. Seeing my own sister be in prison makes me a terrible brother.
But brother...
No buts. I won't allow this. I'll convince the adults to change their minds.
My brother was the only one angry for me, and he told me that he had to change things. But that meant... Brother, you're so kind. But is your kindness real? Or is it because I touched you and wished for it? My evil eye. I looked at my palm and saw the evil eye in the same place as my brother's. But something about it made me afraid.
Uh-oh, it crumbled. I messed it up. Huh? What's a girl doing here? Hey you! What are you doing? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
It was a boy about my age. I was frozen because I was surprised, but he looked at me curiously.
No answer, huh? Don't tell me this cute girl is a statue. That would be a shame.
Who are you?
Oh, good. You finally talked. Yeah, I knew you weren't some statue.
Upon saying that, the boy gave a big smile. I was so very surprised at that. No one in this settlement would smile for me like that. Nobody would smile unless I asked them to.
My name's Tiga. I got a bit lost, but then I saw this little shack. I was wondering if there was someone inside and took a look. And then, there you were.
The boy smiled innocently, but that was impossible to me. Everyone in the village feared me because they knew how dangerous my evil eye was. So they used the power of an evil eye to make all who approached the shack where I was held feel unpleasant and want to stay away. My brother's evil eye.
You're getting quiet again. You must be a shy one. Or do you have some kind of rule about how you're not supposed to talk with outsiders? I sure hope not. I'm an errand boy for traveling entertainers. I've gone to many different places, so I know some people have laws like that.
The boy nodded to himself. He seemed to know everything without me having to say anything. While I was still silent, the boy put his finger on his lips and winked at me.
Okay then, let's make this our secret. You didn't see anyone, and I never came here. Oh, but it's true that I got lost, so I'd appreciate it if you can tell me which way to town. Then I'll get out of here. Oh, maybe you don't know? Okay then, guess there's nothing I can do about that. I wonder if I can guess my way back.
Looking worried, the boy cocked his head, then turned to leave the shack. Thinking that I'll be all alone again after he's gone, I grabbed his sleeve.
What's wrong? You want to talk to me, or are you going to tell me how to get to town?
Well...
Or do you need something from me?
That question made me shiver. I didn't know how to answer him. I shouldn't have even thought about what I wanted from him. And yet, that didn't stop my wanting. I want to live together with my family again. I want to see brother stop being so angry and just smile again. I want to apologize to those I hurt. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. When my palm touched the boy, my evil eye stung. It was as if it was telling me to say my wish. As it got hotter, and hotter, and hotter. Feeling elated from that heat, I could hear.
All right.
Huh? was being selfish. Right at the moment I gave in to my desires, the boy smiled and placed his finger on my lips. The gesture was meant to keep me from saying anymore. He smiled.
If you're afraid of being alone, I'll be with you. Huh? Is that not it?
I shook my head to the boy's question.
That's good.
Why?
Let's see. The ringleader of the traveling entertainers I'm with always told me... He said, if you ever find the right girl, never let her go. Well, I guess you could say, it's love at first sight.
After saying that, the boy sat next to me and told me about many things. He was orphaned for as long as he could remember. He was adopted by the traveling entertainers. He told me about all of the people he traveled with. The boy was a great storyteller. I lost track of time and my loneliness as I was absorbed in his conversation.
Who is he? How did you get in here?
Brother came into the shack and made a very angry face when he found the boy. I shrunk away in fear, but the boy held my hand.
Nice to meet you. My name is Tiga. My adoptive parent, the ringleader, gave me the stage name Tiga Raulion.
I see, Tiga. So what are you to my sister?
Sister? You look nothing alike. Well, let's set that aside. About me.
The boy looked at me. From his gaze, I finally realized that I never gave him my name. Melty.
I see. Got it. I am your sister Mel's friend. I will never leave her alone again. I will stay by her side and protect her.
You're strange. That's the first thing you say.
The ringleader once told me this. Never be too shy to say what's important. If you don't, you have no right to be mad when they get taken away from you. I don't want to regret anything, so I won't hesitate to speak my mind.
I see. Fine then. I'll have you know that being by my sister's side will be tough. For starters, I'm your first obstacle.
Well, you're a worthy challenge.
The boy smiled at my brother's words and held my hand. He never let go, even once. And even now, that hand... Those memories always come back to me whenever I pray. The day that my evil eye pushed people away. The day that Tiga came to me. Then, the day I bound Tiga. In order to keep his promise with me, Tiga stayed behind in Faradar. We've been together since. He parted ways with the traveling entertainers who raised him without a proper goodbye. And from then on, he was by my side. That made me happy, and I appreciate it. But I've always wondered. I didn't say it out loud on that day, but I did have a wish. I thought that my evil eye deceived Tiga and took away his freedom. That I had bound him to me from that moment. I may have selfishly forced Tiga to sacrifice his own future just to stay with me. That thought makes me so ashamed. I'm a terrible person.
What's so terrible? You're so lively this morning as usual, Mel. You were really into that shouting during your prayer.
I don't shout when I pray, and you never do what I ask. Sorry, that's not what I meant.
Jeez, Mel, you're such a worrywart. Don't look so down. When the royal candidate is like that, you'll make the people who support you get worried.
I don't understand how
always told you, this might have all started because of the evil eye, but the rest was...
You two are rather passionate for this early in the morning.
Sakura.
Oh dear. Tiga, don't look at me like that. You're scaring little old me. And we need to be on friendly terms, or the others may start to get suspicious. That wouldn't work out so well for you, Tiga. Oh, my mistake. It would be your precious Melty who would really be in trouble. Don't you agree?
Why, you...
Tiga, it's okay.
Mel, but...
I'll be okay. I'll do as I'm told.
Melty, you're such a good girl. I love obedient children.
So, what are we supposed to do today, Sakura?
Let's see. I wanted to get rid of that annoying half-devil servant, Subaru.
Subaru? Why single him out?
This is just a hunch, but I sense something strange about him. He was the one who discovered my spies at the manor and also got in Wolf's way. That's why I thought it was the right time to send the Dusk Bandits after them. But that ended in failure as well. Of course, I partially blame you two for that.
it wasn't just us there. There was Subaru's bodyguard, Rem. And the finest of knights was there too. Those guys didn't stand a chance, whether we were there or not.
Yes, I agree. That's why I didn't punish you as long.
Tiga?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, you want to move on Subaru, right?
I don't know yet. What do you think is best? If I come up with something too terrible, you might betray my plans to your friend. If that happens, I'd be in deep, deep trouble.
I wouldn't do that. And I can't. You already know that, Sakura. What's most important to me is Mel. Nothing will tip the scales against her favor.
I see. Glad to hear that. Still, considering recent events, I guess it's imprudent to try anything on Subaru. So let's stay put for today and concentrate on gathering votes for the royal selection.
Gathering votes? Are we meeting with the higher-ups at the castle to use my evil eye again?
Of course. Go and give them a little coaxing. This is so wonderful. Just touching them and smiling can put them under your fingertips. I envy your powers. Because I'm already at my limit just making these children do as I say.
Sakura, stop this! Stop scaring Mel! What's the point of all this?
The point? The point is to see your faces! So funny! So pitiful! If I don't strike fear in you from time to time, you'll start to get the wrong idea about me. You'll actually believe I'm a kind, considerate, temperate woman. Isn't it time for a meal? Melty, you need your nutrients for your precious body.
I'm still okay. I'm fine. So please, please get those bugs away from me.
Come on, don't be like that. Mother has tasked me with keeping you in peak condition. If anything were to happen to you, I wouldn't be able to face Mother.
Mel, don't listen to her.
You really think she has a choice?
I'll do it. So, please.
Mel!
Come on, don't interrupt Tiga. I know she's very self-sacrificial. What a benevolent nun she is. Well then.
Tiga, please.
Mel.
Sakura.
Looks like someone is here.
Huh?
You're so dense. There's a visitor at the church. We can't let them see this.
Excuse me? I assume you are Miss Melty Pristes and the members of her faction.
Yes. I see. So, you are...
Yes, I'm a messenger from the castle. There is important news about the royal selection, and all candidates must be brought there.
To the castle? Right now?
Oh my, this is sudden. We haven't heard about that at all.
The Council of Wise Men are terribly sorry. Excuse me, but I would like for you to come with me.
We have our own schedule to run, so it's too sudden. So at least for now.
Can I assume you are okay with letting the other candidates get an advantage then? Excuse me, I was out of line. However, although the royal selection has been delayed, it can be said that its preliminary competition has already begun. It may not be wise to fall behind any candidate in this battle of intelligence gathering. I'm sorry, I'm speaking out of line. I beg for your forgiveness.
Interesting.
But you do have a point. What do we do, Sakura? Maybe we should accept the invitation for Mel's sake.
Of course you'd want that. It would interrupt our earlier activity.
Don't take it out on me. It's not my fault someone came here.
Yes. The castle, is it? I'll go. Please take me there.
Oh, fine.
Yes, thank you. The dragon carriage is already prepared outside. Please come and board it.
But this is odd.
What do you mean?
This unexpected summons. We couldn't get the Council of Wise Men on our side, but that high-ranking civil servant is under our thumb. Or should I say, he's Melty's ally, which makes us privy to everything that happens at the castle. Considering how we weren't notified first, I would have to say that they're getting lazy on the job. got to deeply reapply the power of your evil eye again, Melty. But you should know that, without me having to tell you.
But that's...
I'm sure you wouldn't want anyone to be able to escape your evil eye.
That's not true. If it weren't for my evil eye, I would be a normal...
A normal girl. You say the strangest things. Melty, there's no way you're an ordinary girl. It's absolutely, totally, positively impossible. Because you're so utterly distrustful of humanity. You're so distrusting of people. You can't be with anyone unless they do your every bidding. You can't feel at peace unless you can completely control someone.
That's... not...
That's why you should be ruler. Control everything to your will. There's nothing wrong with that, so let's do it. Once you become ruler, you can do anything. You can make them submit to your evil eye, or you can use your political authority. That's the only difference. Do you understand? It doesn't matter if you are a legitimate or an imposter candidate, because you were born to rule.
Me? A ruler?
Yes, that's right. Your evil eye gives you the right to trample on others, and a ruler has the right to trample on their subjects. If dominating someone is proof of power, then you were already born with it. Your evil eye is your crown. Melty, I want you to become a true ruler. I know we don't have the best relationship. It's natural for you to hate me. I've been deliberately acting as such to make you feel that way, after all. But my desire to make you ruler is real, if nothing else. You have the power to make it happen. And if you have the ability, why not?
I don't know. I don't understand.
That's enough! I tried to keep my mouth shut, but you kept saying those awful things to Mel. You're way out of line. Mel is not like you.
Oh my. Did I make you upset?
Don't tease me, you vile woman. Mel's evil eye has controlled her life, and of all things, you call that her crown? When did Mel ever want that? It was all your idea.
Power and birthright are not determined by your desire. They are given. The royal family that died the other day just happened to be born as royalty, right? It's the same with the evil eye. It just so happens that those with power were given the right to use it. Wouldn't it be an insult to let such a treasure go to waste?
Why, you...
Please stop! I know. I really do. It's all my fault. So, I'm
You're way off the mark yet again. You're so naive. You're going to regret it if you don't wise up soon.
We were being kind of loud. Maybe that guard heard us.
If that's true, just have Melty use her evil eye to shut him up.
You don't have to say it like that.
I think I put it kindly enough. At least I didn't use the word coax this time, right?
Huh?
Tiga?
Weren't we heading to the castle?
But what?
The scenery. Something's off.
Huh?
Hey, you! What's going on here?
Bestie!
What?
Is that... Mel!
Right, it went perfectly. That attack would have caught anyone off guard. Hey, Tiga! You alive? Huh? Tiga! You can't die! You're joking.
Like hell I'm dead! But I did almost die! That would have been a bad joke!
Awesome! I knew I could believe in you, bestie.
You make it sound so easy. What would you have done if I didn't notice? You put Mel in danger. Subaru.
You didn't notice. The thought never even crossed my mind. Ladies' men like you wouldn't miss such opportunities.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I can tell you're being ridiculous. Anyway. Why did you do this? Are you trying to declare war on us?
No, it's the opposite. We're the ones who saved you.
Huh?
Come on! We're here to save you! I was racking my brain thinking about how to get you out of that awful situation.
Remember to watch anime and read manga.